Okay, this is going to be a fun one. So this week we had this Reddit thread talking about how all of us Diablo 4 content creators are basically preying on the Diablo 4's downfall. We're just kind of hoping that the game is going to fail, which turned into Rax doing a video on why would content creators want their games to fail, which turned into Asmongold responding to Rax's video, and I got name dropped a whole bunch throughout this, as well as did a billion of the other content creators. Apparently all of us actually want Diablo 4 to go into the shitter. So what we're going to do here is break down, do I want Diablo 4 to fail? Now, the main crux of the argument really comes from one thing, which is that us Diablo 4 content creators want the game to fail so it is in a bad state so we can go out and farm negative views. We can go out there and say, you know what, the game is trash, and you guys will click on that more likely than saying the game is good, and therefore that would drive monetization into all of our pockets. Now, I could go down and do a fancy graph and explain the way that I feel about it and give you my opinion and all that. But I thought, you know what? Let me present you with some hard factual data and do something that content creators typically do not do. A great example for what I'm about to show you is the video in which it is a Diablo 4 best and worst classes for fun, which is the most enjoyable. This is a sort of positive video in which what I do is break down each of the classes and just put them on a tier list for fun. This was back 8 months ago when the game was at its peak in popularity and doing well and basically succeeding from the launch of the game. Before we ran into in-game issues and the complaints and everything associated with the game, this would be a fantastic example to show you the monetization in which I make when the game is in a healthy state and I can make a video such like this one. So here's a peek behind the curtain. I made $2,461 over the course of this video being out. This was on the launch of the game, 500,000 views. That is a shitload of money to make off of one video, and that is absolutely fantastic. Now think to yourself, when is the last time that Diablo 4 in its state you have seen anybody, I mean anybody other than Asmongold with the reaction, getting 500,000 views on the Diablo 4 video? The game's not as popular. It's been a while, right? Let's look at a more recent video, and let's do a Diablo 4 bad video that I've done recently to show you how much money I've made off of one of those. Here's one of my more popular videos. Remember the Blizzard's last chance to save Diablo 4 video? Here's the raw data behind it. This video performed better than average because most of the Diablo 4 videos are down right now. It got $921 for this video being published. So you can see that I would rather be publishing videos at the launch of the game when the game is hype and in a more positive state. There's more people watching it. I will factually make more money. But let's look at more of these examples. Here's the reaction video of the Frosty LaRue F the Gauntlet video, $57 because I had to revenue split it due to having copyright material in the video. Here's another really well-performing long video, 24 minutes with the chat with Rax, where we're talking about the state of Diablo, $800. We weren't too positive in this video. Now you might say, okay, DM, you're cherry picking these. You're showing us the one that made the most because it was a long-form tier list video at the launch. Fair enough. Let me show you some other videos that were positive-based videos upon the release of the game when the game was popular and doing well. In fact, they don't even have to be long videos. When the game is doing well and there's more people playing it, there's more views, so there's more money. Here's a 5-minute video that I got 446,000 views on the launch of the game talking about buffs and hotfix changes. That was $1,600. In fact, here's the graph showing exactly what the revenue looked like since the launch of the game. It spiked up at the launch of the game and has basically just declined. Now, Season 3 is probably when I've been the most vocal about not enjoying the game. I only got to level 69 or something. So you would think if Diablo 4 bad is a very good meta to farm, I have made more money this month, right? Here you go. The screen you're not really supposed to show as a YouTuber. This is everything I made in March. 2 million views, about $7,000 before taxes. So after I pay taxes, I made about, what is that? $5,500, maybe $6,000 this month. That's in the D4 bad meta, boys. That is definitely less than I made the launch of the game. Now, I'll say freely, because I don't really care, I don't know you guys, any of this data. I don't know anyone an explanation for anything, but I'm very thankful for everyone who has watched my videos because before Diablo, I didn't have much going for me. So the game itself has propped me up in terms of allowing my content to be shown to more people. And because of that, I would like my content to be seen by more people. It benefits me factually, as well as if the game is better, I will enjoy it more when I play it. In fact, there's other promos that happen. Like, remember the horse promo that happened at the start of season 3? You gift 2 subs on Twitch. Your boy gets the money from the Twitch subs. You guys get a horse in game. I didn't even bother farming that one. I left after the first day because I wasn't a big fan of the season 3. Could have just farmed that out more. So if the argument basically is that D4 bad and we want the game to fail because it's good for us, well, I'm sorry, but the data doesn't actually work that way. What we actually want is for the game to become good, for people to come back to the game so that you are more excited about the game and it's in your head more. So therefore, when you click on YouTube and you see a Diablo 4 video, you might be inclined to think, I like this game. I'm curious about a video about it. Let me click on it. With that, you guys watch an ad. With the ad comes financial benefit and incentive for us. Also, Rax made a wonderful point in his video in which he said, when everyone hates the game, it is quite miserable. Let me show you one other point here. Now, I have said since the beginning of Diablo 4, when I like something, I'm going to say I like it. And when I don't like something, I'm going to say I do not like it. In this recent video, I liked something. They were giving art to the people that placed on the leaderboard. As you can tell, I like art myself. You can see plenty of it in the background. So I thought, that's cool. I like art. They're giving art to the people that win the leaderboard. That's basically as far as my point went into this video. As you scroll down, you're going to notice every comment here is basically saying, like, why would I play Diablo 4? This only affects a few people. I don't care about this. Let Diablo 4 go. Just give up on the game. It's just a bunch of negative things around it, meaning that when I actually do attempt to say positive things about Diablo 4, then what happens is I get a bunch of negative comments saying the game is dog shit. Now, I'm not out here to argue with people about whether or not the game's in a good state, but my point stands that if I want the game to be in a good state, people will be more positive about it. And when I'm more positive about it too, it will be more enjoyable to both play the game as well as read my own comments on my videos. I can even point out that the same Reddit that flames the content creators for having negative feedback about the game is the same one that was calling for everyone to be fired at the start of Season 3 that then flipped into being positive the second the patch came out. I myself have never said in a video and claimed that everyone should be fired. I haven't called people out by name. I also don't need a weekly venting and complaint mega thread in order for me to voice my opinions because I have my own channel. So, in closing, financially, it benefits us more as content creators when the game does well because there's more people that give a fuck about the game. If I had $1 every time somebody says that I don't care about Diablo 4, just stop covering this game, bro, I would be a very rich man. I also prefer the positive attitude at the launch of the games when everyone's enjoying the game. A lot of very positive comments. People are very wholesome. And by the way, that wholesome attitude in my comments continued out throughout the live streams. You go to my live streams and people are pretty nice. I definitely preferred those comments over the ones I get now about the game being dog shit consistently. So, I would like Diablo 4 to do well. If Diablo 4 does well, who would have thought the person who originally named their channel Diablo 4 would do well with it? But also, one of the things I love about the planet we live on is you're welcome to your own opinion. That's the great thing about it. I just have my own.